Life can be a real jerk sometimes. You do everything right, love, sacrifice, hustle, yet it still slaps you hard. I'm Mike Donovan, 51, the perfect husband for 24 years. Then I caught my wife, Jessica Miller, sneaking around with her beefy boss, Chad Bradley. This is how I went from changing diapers to starring in a Hollywood-level drama. Jessica and I have two great kids. Emily, 21, just started interning at a big bank. Ethan, 18, moved into college. Our marriage survived school runs, late-night ER trips, and endless bills. We dreamed of freedom once the kids left, trips, dinners, lazy weekends. But when the house got quiet, Jessica got distant. She buried herself in work. Always meetings or deadlines. I figured it was empty nest syndrome. But something felt off. Last week, she texted she'd be late, third time that week. My gut screamed trouble. I drove to her office. Not to spy, just to clear my head. Parked 2 buildings away, sipping cold gas station coffee, I felt like a paranoid fool. Then Chad walked out. Jessica used to call him a creep for hitting on co-workers. Now she said it was just rumors. 20 minutes later, Jessica appeared. She got in her car. I followed. She didn't head home. She pulled into a residential block, parked at a house. I recorded from a distance, blurry but clear enough. Jessica walked in like it was her place. Chad's car was in the driveway. I drove off, chest tight, parked at a gas station, and sat on the curb. 2 hours later, she left his house, smiling, waving. I went to a bar, ignored her texts, and crashed in Ethan's old room. Jessica was asleep when I got home. She left no breakfast, just her petty anger. Our marriage is done. What's my next move? Like, subscribe, and hit that bell to catch this drama unfold. I lay in Ethan's old room, staring at the ceiling. 24 years of marriage flashed by like a bad movie. Jessica, who once stayed up mixing formula, was now cozying up with Chad. My chest felt heavy, like I'd swallowed a brick. I couldn't cry. I just felt stuck. Morning came. Jessica left for work, no breakfast, no note. Her routine was gone, like I was. I decided no screaming matches. No plate-smashing Hollywood drama. I'd face her my way, calm, cold, and sharp. That night, Jessica came home late, acting normal. She rambled about work stress. I cut her off. Stop it. I know you were at Chad's last night. Her face froze. Eyes darted like a trapped deer. Silence hit. The TV hummed a car ad. Jessica slumped on the couch. How'd you know? She mumbled. I didn't answer, just stared. She broke, spilling everything. She'd been with Chad for over a year. He's different, she said, voice shaky. He's got this presence. Power. Something you don't have, I laughed, dry and bitter. So I'm just the guy who paid bills and raised kids? She shook her head, said I misunderstood. But then it got worse. Chad gave her tasks. Sleep with me, then report back to him. A sick game. My stomach churned, but I stayed stone-faced. You made me a prop in his fantasy? I asked. She cried, apologized, begged for forgiveness. I tuned her out. My mind replayed nights she came home demanding sex, eyes blank like she was checking a box. I stood, grabbed a water, left her sobbing. I want a divorce, I said, not looking back. She whispered, give me a chance to fix this. Fix what? I shot back. You think I'll forget you turned me into a joke? I moved to Ethan's room for good. Next morning, I called my lawyer. Sent him the blurry video. It wasn't HD, but it was enough. I messaged Lauren, Chad's wife, on Instagram. She replied instantly. I knew he was cheating. Send the proof. I did. Felt like tossing a grenade. Lauren promised to call after handling Chad. I didn't ask details. I called my buddy Dave, spilled the whole story. He laughed over the phone. You gotta fight back, Mike. Hit the gym, steal her thunder. I rolled my eyes. I'm 51, not a movie star. But his words stuck. Maybe I could make Jessica regret this. I started browsing apartments online. Time to leave this house of lies. But one question nagged me. Should I burn it all down or let Jessica drown in her own mess? I sat in a dive coffee shop, staring at my cold Americano. Lauren texted back. Thanks for the video, Mike. Chad's done for. I smirked, picturing his smug face crumbling. She said Chad wasn't just cheating with Jessica. He'd hit on interns too. He thinks he's king of Hollywood, she wrote. I'll show him kings fall hard in court. I met Dave at the same shop. He strolled in, wearing a loud Hawaiian shirt, grinning like I'd won the lottery. "You can't let Jessica and Chad win," he said, shoving fries my way. "Get ripped, buy a cool car, steal her friends." I snorted. "I'm a middle-aged accountant, not James Bond." Still, I signed up for a gym nearby. Thought I'd channel Chad's alpha vibe. Reality check? I nearly crushed myself with a 50-pound barbell. The trainer, a kid with biceps like tires, eyed me like a lost puppy. "Start slow, man," he said. I heard, "Give up, old guy." I ditched the gym idea. Revenge via muscles wasn't my style. Instead, I called my parents and Jessica's. No way I'd let her spin lies. I laid out the truth, video, confession, all of it. My mom sighed. "You deserve better, son." Jessica's dad drove to my office, eyes wet, and hugged me. "You're still my son, Mike," he said. It hit hard. Jessica, meanwhile, blew up my phone. "Why'd you tell my parents? You want to ruin me?" I texted back. "You ruined us first." Truth hurts. She went silent. Good. Let her stew. Lauren updated me. She filed for divorce, using my video as ammo. "Chad's begging me to stop," she said. "Hired the best lawyer. He's toast." I imagined Chad sweating, his alpha mask cracking. It felt good, but not enough. Jessica called, voice syrupy, suggesting therapy. "We can save this, Mike. For the kids." I laughed. "Save what? The marriage you trashed for Chad's ego?" I hung up, done with her games. I scoured Zillow for apartments in LA's suburbs. Found a small place, cheap but cozy. Time to start over. But one thought lingered. How do I make Jessica feel the weight of her betrayal without losing myself? I was unpacking in a cramped motel room when my phone buzzed. Sarah, Jessica's coworker, texted. "Heard you're flying solo. Coffee this weekend?" I blinked. Since when was I on anyone's radar? Sarah's a single mom, blonde, the kind who turns heads. I replied, "You fishing for divorce gossip?" She shot back, "Nah, just curious about you. Jessica said you're a bedroom legend." I choked on my water, coughing like a fool. Legend? I was just a guy who paid mortgages. I agreed to coffee, mostly to see what she knew. Sarah picked a trendy LA spot where lattes cost more than my lunch. She showed up in a tight dress, smiling like a toothpaste ad. We chatted about work, then she leaned in. "Jessica said Chad's got this pull. Power. But he's a sleaze. Everyone knows it." I nodded. "Caught her at his place." "Got video," Sarah laughed. "You're savage. Show me." I didn't. No need to make this a reality show. Then she got bold. "You're single now. Wanna have some fun?" My face burned. "I'm 51. You sure?" She winked. "Age is just a number. Let's see that legend in action." I was floored, like a kid asked to prom. That night, I went to Sarah's place. It was a mess, spilled wine on the sheets, me fumbling like a nervous teen. But when it was over, I felt like I'd won a race. Sarah grinned. "Not bad, Donovan. Jessica's an idiot." Next day, she texted. "Told Jessica." She's pissed. Jessica called, voice like a chainsaw. "You slept with Sarah? You're disgusting," I laughed. "You picked Chad. I picked Sarah. Fair trade." She hung up, fuming. I felt a spark of victory. Dave high-fived me over beers. "You're a stud. Keep going." I shook my head. "This ain't me, man." Then Danielle, another coworker, texted. "Heard you and Sarah had fun." My turn? I stared at my phone. Was I on some dating app I didn't sign up for? Danielle, 39, fresh off a breakup, all sharp eyes and dark hair. I thought, what am I getting into? But I texted back. "Coffee, Saturday?" She replied with a fire emoji. Oh boy. Danielle didn't waste time. Our coffee date turned into a night at my new apartment, boxes still unpacked. She was blunt. "Just broke up. No strings, just fun." "Cool?" I nodded, still shocked I was in this game. It was wild, loud, and I worried the neighbors might call the cops. Afterward, she sprawled on my couch. Sarah was right. You're a hidden gem. Next day, Sarah and Danielle turned Jessica's office into a gossip mill. They bragged about me right in front of her. Jessica called, screaming. "You're humiliating me." "Sleeping with my friends?" I stayed calm. "You slept with your boss." "I'm just living my life." She called me petty. I said, "You made our marriage a circus." "Don't cry now." The office buzzed. Sarah texted me. Jessica's a pariah now. Everyone's whispering. Chad wasn't faring better. Lauren's divorce case gutted him, half his money, his fancy house, alimony. One day, he spilled coffee on his shirt during a meeting, trying to act cool. Everyone laughed. His alpha shtick was dead. I felt a twisted satisfaction. Chad and Jessica thought they were untouchable. Now they were punchlines. But then Ashley, Jessica's gym buddy, messaged me. "Heard you're the new hotshot. Wanna play?" I froze. She's married, with a newborn. Her texts were bold. "My husband won't know. Let's keep it quiet." I stared at my phone, heart racing. I knew betrayals sting too well. But part of me wanted Jessica to feel it too. Ashley kept pushing. "Jessica doesn't deserve you." "I do." I replied, "You got a family. Think twice." She laughed it off. "Drama's the spice of life." I wasn't so sure. I told Dave over beers. He shook his head. "Don't do it, man. You're not Chad." I knew he was right. But Ashley's game made me wonder. Was she just using me to screw over Jessica? And if so, did I care enough to stop her? I sat in my apartment, staring at unpacked boxes. Ashley's texts burned a hole in my phone. She wasn't just flirting, she was weaponizing me against Jessica. I told Dave everything. He laughed. "You're a drama magnet now. But don't touch Ashley. She's got a husband." I nodded. "I'm not that guy." I texted Ashley. "You're married. Stop this." She fired back. "Jessica betrayed you. Why not have fun?" I saw red. She was playing me like a pawn. I screenshotted her texts and sent them to Brian, her husband. "Talk to Ashley. She's crossing lines." He replied fast. "Thanks. I'll handle it." Jessica found out. She called, voice like a thunderstorm. "You sent Ashley's texts to Brian? You're ruining my life." I stayed cool. "You ruined ours first. Ashley's choices aren't my fault," she snapped. "You're not the Mike I knew," I said. "You're not the Jessica I married." I hung up, done with her blame game. I didn't want to be a homewrecker. Betrayal's pain was still fresh. I wouldn't inflict it on Brian. I focused on settling into my apartment. It was small but mine. No ghosts of Jessica's lies. I texted Emily and Ethan about a final family dinner. Jessica agreed, but I knew it'd be tense. I didn't want to hurt the kids, but I couldn't let Jessica spin a fairy tale. They deserved the truth. I just hoped they wouldn't hate me for it. The last family dinner was in our old house. Memories of Ethan's tantrums and Emily's birthday cakes hung in the air. Jessica tried to keep things light, asking Emily about her bank job, teasing Ethan about college roommates. I joined in, joking about the time I nearly burned the kitchen making pancakes. The kids smiled, but their eyes said they sensed trouble. After dessert, Jessica spoke first. "Your dad and I are splitting up. We want different things now. You're grown, so we're living for ourselves." Emily frowned. "Dad, did you do something?" Jessica jumped in. "No one cheated. Just priorities." I couldn't let it slide. I looked at the kids. "Your mom's not telling the truth. She's been with her boss, Chad, for over a year," Jessica gasped. "Mike, why?" I said, "Because they're not babies. They deserve honesty." Ethan slammed the table. "Mom, how could you?" Emily's eyes welled up. She grabbed my hand. Jessica tried to explain. "I messed up, but I didn't want to hurt you." Ethan stormed out. "You already did." Emily hugged me, whispering, "I'm with you, Dad." Jessica sat there, silent, broken. I moved out the next week. Jessica texted, furious. I told the kids. "You turned them against me." I replied, "You did that when you picked Chad." Ethan texted me. "I know everything, Dad. I'm on your side." It hurt, but I was proud. I didn't want them to pick sides, just to know the truth. A year later, I'm sipping a beer in my apartment, looking back. The divorce is done. Jessica kept the house, calling it the kids' legacy. I let it go. A house without heart is just bricks. We split assets 65-45. I'm good, living simple. Jessica quit her job. The office gossip crushed her. Chad got it worse. Lauren took half his money, his house, and a fat alimony check. He fled to another state, tail between his legs. Word is HR nearly fired him over his affairs. Karma's a brutal chef. Sarah and Danielle are still around, no strings attached. Sarah's busy with her kid. Danielle's dodging her ex's drama. I'm not chasing love. I tell Dave, I'm 51, living like a B-movie star. He laughs. "You're a legend, Mike." Emily's killing it at her bank job, throwing around words like fintech I don't get. Ethan's coding side gigs, geeking out over tech. They text me memes, check if I'm eating. That's my real win. Ashley's drama fizzled. Brian confronted her after my text. Jessica cut her off. I don't care. I'm done with revenge. The pain of Jessica's betrayal has faded. I haven't forgotten, but I've outgrown it. Danielle asked, "You really okay?" I grinned. Better than ever. Life doesn't hand you a perfect script. But you can rewrite it. I don't need to be Chad. I'm just Mike, 51, living my way. If you love this drama, like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more.